Error. Hope crew data not found. Identify yourself. Error. Hibernation pod access is illegal. State your employer. Registered. A fine of 10,000 bits will be assessed in your corporation's ledger for failure to follow proper hibernation pod procedures. Thank you for your cooperation.
Uptime? Just started, man. Like literally 2 minutes ago. Not much up. Just gonna finish up this game today, probably in the next hour or two. Then I'll play some Vodka 2.
You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande. Captain, you have an incoming transmission from Tartarus.
Attention, Captain of the Unreliable. This is Chairman Rockwell. I'm on Tartarus and, we need your help. Thanks to your intelligence, we successfully captured Phineas, but he's somehow turned the tables on us. That crackpot scientist has caused a riot among the prisoners and unpaid laborers. It's a law-damned bloodbath down here. As if that weren't enough, he's gone and taken Sophia hostage. I'm not gonna mince words. The situation is dire. I need your help.
Goddamn unpaid laborers.
I don't know. They're in the pits somewhere. Well, you'll see for yourself when you get here. He lost his mind years ago. Do you have any idea how many Hope colonists he's killed for the sake of his science experiments? Among other things, we can't run this place without her, Captain.
What games am I looking forward to stream?
Make haste,
Subnautica.
Captain. We're losing men by the... Oh, fuck. Fuck! They're at the door. I need to hide. Hurry!
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Oh, they're gonna turn on me?
Should have known Wells wouldn't go meekly to his doom. We've assisted the board's efforts to enforce order on Halcyon this far. Shall we finish what we started?
I don't care much for Adjutant Akande, but if she dies, all our work goes up in flames.
Captain,
I think Vicar Max's quest got botched, yeah. Because I didn't have 90 persuasion.
Your rightful place in Byzantium, you must help them crush the riots in the labyrinth.
Even if they pay us, I fear it won't be.
Whatever may await you, it's best not to dock at the prison until you're sure you've settled your
Oh,
affairs
it's the last quest
and
already.
out any unfinished business.
I can try his quest still.
Are you kidding? You get invited to the most interesting parties. I'm in.
I'm with you to the end.
I ain't abandoning my crew, Captain.
In my experience, you can try to run, but the past always catches up in the end. I'm committed to seeing this
Thank you,
through.
Sam Dola, for the 50.
Do I get mine now?
is no
You
longer
can have more anytime you want, dude.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Mod Sam Dota.
Anyone with eyes to see would not be shocked to hear that the colony is dying. But the board's solution, on the other hand, choosing to save themselves and their families and friends at the expense of the rest of the colony? Those fucking bastards. What are we going to do about this? Yes, of course. And when you do, you can count on me to back your play. Your instincts haven't failed us so far. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Oh, maybe his quest does keep on going.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Thinking bad.
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century
I'll
after
be
his
streaming
death.
the new Star Wars game too.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them. My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it. They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan. The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Ugh.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated. What about you? What's your story? And how did he do that?
He stole my body.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
Thank you, Vladimir Puta, for the 9 months.
Why would you turn on someone who saved you?
It's fun.
Ah, a cold realist.
Yeah, I think his quest is just botched because I didn't have the fucking... It's actually not even here on botched. I think it is.
Let me add
And then Ellie's quest is also fucked up because I don't have the reputation to talk to the person I need for the quest. They are still kill on site. Thank you, Dinafia, for the 14 months. There's no one to kill to get the reputation back that I know of. Maybe the board, but I'm also with the board, so... And this guy just straight up never gave me a quest because he disliked me. Yeah. I think he doesn't have a quest for you if you side with the board, which is what I did. You thought my last one was the worst possible one? I thought last one was pretty nice, actually. This one is also pretty nice. It's only 2 quests that failed. So I don't know how you see this as the worst possible one ever. I pretty much did, oh, like 80% of the game.
When I was stranded in Emerald Vale, I simulated a number of hypothetical scenarios in which Edgewater met its demise. Death by automechanical was number 57.
There's still some planets I haven't been to. Yeah, these 3 planets. Maybe it's DLC? I'm not sure. Have I even been to Olympus? Nah, guess I'll just finish up the game.
Captain, I am pleased to inform you that we have successfully landed on Tartarus. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
Nice try, bitch.
Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you return, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
You're the backup, right? From Akande? Thank the law you're here. These bloodthirsty sprat bags have no respect for the law. We're pinned down. I don't understand either. It's not like I tortured them or anything. That was somebody else's job. You've got to help us. Please, kill them. Summary justice for the whole lot. Bust through? Are you out of your mind? Those
Oh, he doesn't know.
tear us apart.
Get out there and make UTO proud. Do it for the chairman. Or you coward, if I don't see you fighting for your life, I swear I'll end it myself.
Oh, law. You really would, wouldn't you? Alright, fine.
Thank you, Benjamin, for the 23 months, man.
As a proud employee of the board. See you in the field. Tartarus security out.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? A neutron walks into a bar and asks, "How much for a Rizzo's rum and something?" Leering, the bartender replies, "For you, no charge." As you wish, Captain.
I'm never pressing that button again.
Someone from...
Need cyberpunk after this.
Cyberpunk after this? That's the next big RPG, right?
Monarch recently
I don't think there's anything else bigger than Cyberpunk.
Time supply of Borstwurst. It would
Well.
appear you've made friends.
Timer. Who do I take with me? Sam comes for sure. And Ellie. Thank you, Fritz, for the 14 months, dude. Not dead? He's mind controlled.
Brought to you by UDL.
Prisoner escapes gives determination +5.
Something's not right. Bring him down! Pathetic. Waste no combat.
I'm gonna hit the level cap, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the level cap here. You don't die in one shot? Oh, that's the trooper I talked. The level cap is 30 and I'm about to level up. And that should be the last level up of the game.
Sure never planned on seeing the inside of this place.
Area sanitization assessment. The labyrinth on Tartarus. Task classification. Easy peasy. Battery levels are fully charged.
I think I finished level 28 on the melee character.
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
It's pretty easy to hit level cap, there's plenty XP. I just fucked up maybe one or two things in the melee character. Although, it ended up not mattering so much. I still did most of the major quest lines.
Caution!
I got the max level. Anything special? Nope. No special perk for max level. Another one.
Cycle up to industrial stain. Dirt alert.
The mind control thing's kinda nice.
Alert.
You dead? Never thought that gun would be useful. It's not the same rifle from early game, but it might as well be though. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing with higher stats. There's nothing special about it.
Invasive contaminant.
The double space dodge, no good. No point in dodging in this game. Just kill everything in front of you. That's the thing, right? You don't need to dodge if everything is dead. Different builds? No, man. There's no build that utilizes dodging. Every build does so much damage that enemies just die. Even the crappy melee ones.
Nice
mean,
warm-up.
and ready
Too many
to
mobs for my
kill
companions.
germs.
They can't keep up.
They got the drop on us.
Cycle complete. Hands on the job.
What the fuck? Oh, Rockwell gets killed by prisoners on this route.
Take him down.
Fight dirty. Clean up the competition.
Fuck! Holy shit.
Contamination occurring.
Suddenly almost death.
Dead on. Cover.
Fuck. It's these fucking guys with the lightning guns. They go for walls and everything. I can't kill them because they're healing each other. What? What? So when they heal, they make the guy they're healing invulnerable. And they're healing each other, so they're making each other invulnerable. What the fuck is that? Really annoying that they don't die in one shot. I think they scale with my level. I'm not 100% sure about it. I guess I can't really just rush in guns blazing. Oh. In this
Customer, all
doing garbage damage.
contaminants have been neutralized. Clean, mean, and ready to kill germs.
They got the drop on us.
30 cents. Cleans it up.
Oh my god, there's so many of them. This game doesn't have co-op. It's not a good genre to play co-op in.
Please stand by while this unit returns to your side. Neutralize and sanitize.
It's not dead.
This area has been sanitized.
I don't think this game in co-op would be that much fun. You'd mostly just be waiting for each other's dialogue for a very long time.
Scoured with prejudice. Sterling is this unit's middle name.
He's not dead?
But dirty. Clean up the coat.
That's the last of them.
Melee is actually better in time dilation mode. Because there's like this 50% cost reduction
Job ahead?
on 200
Consider
hits.
equipping a pack of Sam's special solvent stain out remover. It's ruthless on residual blood splatter.
Hope you're right about this, Captain.
When I pulled you out of the Hope, I never imagined you'd turn me over to the board. Planting a bug in my terminal? That's low. We could have saved this colony, you know. That was always the plan. I revive you, you do as I say. I tell you to go there, get me this, shoot that, and you do as I say. If you'd just listened to me, we could have rescued everyone on the Hope. We could have been the saviors of Halcyon. But you didn't listen. No one in this damn colony ever listens.
Did you say something? I wasn't listening.
What? Oh, is this thing not working? Can you hear me now? Oh, wait a minute. You were mocking me. Unbelievable. You and your charm and your charisma. You had me so convinced you were on my side, but it was all just some elaborate ploy. If you think I'm going to admit defeat and throw myself at the mercy of the board, oh, you're wrong. I've still got some fight left in me. I can still bloody your nose.
You're welcome to try.
Oh, don't you test me. Don't try to call my bluffs. You have no idea how far I'll go. Don't worry about me. Worry about what I'm willing to do. Oh, I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to live for. But I'll tell you what I do have. Oh, I've got a gun. And I've got Adjutant Akande as my hostage. Not bad for an old man, eh?
Is this the part where I pretend I care?
Well, yes. The Adjutant is your employer, after all. I was expecting something of a reaction.
I don't give a 2-bit shit about Akande, but I'm going to enjoy killing you.
Say what you will, but I can't risk letting you interfere. The only thing worse than Halcyon collapsing is this psychotic monster living to see it happen.
Oh wait,
If you insist
he
on
wasn't
interfering,
referring to me.
I will be forced to kill you, and I don't want that.
I didn't know you cared.
I don't, you backbiting, double-crossing ingrate. I loathe everything you've done, but I was the one who revived you. I hate destroying my own projects.
Let's talk about this.
I can't imagine we've got anything left to say.
Lie 100 it finally got to use! If I didn't skip the hope to Tartarus, the board would have killed me. I had no choice.
Of course you had a choice. You could have chosen any number of ways to tell the board to get spaced. You're one of the finest warriors Halcyon has ever seen. You could have fought back against the board.
Fuck, he knows.
I don't want to hear that. Not from you. The board's only strong because no one fights back. I didn't want things to end this way, you know. For a brief moment in my life, I truly believed we had a chance to save this colony. My life's work has been an exercise in futility. The only honorable way to end it is to go down fighting.
Intelligence? You have no one to blame but yourself.
How can you say that? I spent nearly every waking moment of my life trying to find a way to save
Dude,
the
this
hope.
guy's IQ billion.
If not for my work, you'd still be frozen in a pod somewhere, floating in an abandoned starship at the edge of space.
Nothing works. Like 100 points in lying didn't work. Your research is exactly what made the board's plan possible.
I know, damn you. I know that, and I have to carry that knowledge to my grave. Enough! I can't take any more of this. I know what you're trying to do, torturing me with your words, reminding me of all my failures. Yes, I failed. There, I've said it. I'm a failure. I failed the colony. I failed myself. I failed you. Congratulations. You've broken me. Does that put a smile on your face, you monster?
It does, actually. Look at Intimidate 100. Smile at him. Yeah, it does.
Then I suppose there's nothing left to say, except that I am sorry.
What?
I'm sorry for all that I've done.
He doesn't have some kind of self-destruct button for the entire ship, does he?
I'm sorry about all this. I'm sorry about everything. It's just, I just wish we could have... Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Didn't he just say it was honorable to go down fighting? What the fuck? What the fuck? He didn't even hurt the woman. Broke him down completely. Chairman's key. Light pistol. He looks comfortable.
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. At least Wells did you the courtesy of saving you a bullet. I'll have one of my soldiers toss his body out on the surface. And what about you? You aren't hurt, I hope.
Oh, please. I didn't even break a sweat.
Your confidence is well earned, Captain. I was right to place my faith in you. You've put down the worst riot in our history, rid the colony of a dangerous madman, and saved my life. The board owes you a tremendous debt. We don't have a moment to lose. We're gonna have to work together to save Halcyon, because the situation is far worse than you imagined. We've lost all contact with Earth. It's been 3 years since we've received a message. We've had no contact, no signals, nothing. Earth has gone dark. 2
That's
years
gonna be
ago, the
DLC,
Earth
right?
Directorate's frigate disappeared en route to Earth. We don't know if they ever made it. We don't know if there's an Earth to go back to.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth was more than just some distant colonial authority, Dr. Fenhill. Earth was our lifeline. And now, we've been cut loose. We're alone, Captain. That's all I know for certain. Whatever happens to this colony, we're going to have to deal with it on our own. Returning to Earth is not an option. Yes, we do have a long road ahead of us. But I have faith in you. The service you've done for this colony is nothing short of extraordinary. You're the reason I'm still standing here today. The board will survive because of you. And as the board goes, so goes Halcyon. It's time we carried out the program. I trust I can count on your support, Captain.
This colony's been mismanaged for too long. From now on, I'm running the show.
I support your decision wholeheartedly.
Oh,
You've proven yourself
I
the most
expected a
capable
fight.
leader in the colony. Now more than ever before, Halcyon needs strong leadership and a steady guiding hand.
I thought she was gonna fight me for it.
I look forward to serving as your adjutant. We're on our own now. Earth isn't coming to save us, so we're going to have to save ourselves.
Victory.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment she landed in Emerald Vale, her actions altered the course of history. The riots in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any significant threats to challenge their power, the board asserted their control over the colony. The lifetime employment program began immediately, and the people of Halcyon did exactly what they were expected to do. They obeyed. Sophia Akande converted the labyrinth from a prison to a processing center. She jettisoned the original colonists out of the Hope and transformed the ship into a massive storage facility. One by one, the workers of Halcyon surrendered themselves to the program. They arrived with their families and their friends, their colleagues and their neighbors, and then, one by one, they marched into their stasis
This is
chambers.
pretty dark. Oh my god.
As the workers of Halcyon slept in their hibernation chambers, their settlements became ghost towns, left behind by the board to be reclaimed by nature. Only Byzantium remained, a shining beacon of civilization in an otherwise abandoned colony. The people of Byzantium spent the rest of their days gorging themselves on their stockpile of resources. As for the workers of Halcyon, they never felt the effects of the collapse. They never felt anything at all. Left unchecked, the war on Monarch consumed both MSI and the Iconoclasts. And when the sulfur clouds settled, only stragglers from both factions remained. Some found their way to Sublight, some to Terra 2, and some lived their final years fighting for food in the wilderness. In the end, only the beasts remained. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever. Over the years, the ruins of Edgewater caused irreversible environmental damage to the landscape of Emerald Vale, owing largely to the presence of toxic compounds in the town's building materials. As for Edgewater's former workers, their remains provided a source of nourishment for the region's fauna, leading to an explosion in the sprat population. While the Groundbreaker remained mechanically stable, the changing times forced Junlei Tennyson to make some difficult calls on behalf of her community. The work of maintaining independence was an uphill climb, and she found herself caving to bad faith compromises with the board. Time will tell if the Groundbreaker can endure. As smaller settlements were swallowed up and their workers drafted into the lifetime employment program, Byzantium continued to thrive. While its citizens lived
Good
in
ending.
decadence and extravagance, A small cadre of scientists worked to solve the nutrition crisis that threatened Halcyon. No one else much noticed the townships that disappeared from the map, or the luxuries that slowly lost their luster year
This is
by
us, by the
year.
way, in like 50 more years.
Ellie savored her adventures on the Unreliable. Once they were done, she returned to life as usual.
Oh man, I think she would have stayed if I did her quest.
Shunning respectable work and living life to the fullest. She meant to reach out to her one-time captain, but she was always bad at keeping in touch. As the board reasserted control over Halcyon, Felix came to realize that his life as an upstart rebel had come to an end. The board's victory
Yeah, I
crushed
think
any
if
hope
you
for
go
a
for
grand
Phileas's
revolution
route,
across Halcyon.
you get his companion
And
quest.
so
Otherwise, he
Felix,
just
once
gets
again,
mad at you.
found himself without a purpose in life. And so, disillusioned with his former boss and with nowhere left to go, Felix left his crew without saying goodbye. He was never heard from again. As a reward for his part in her courageous rescue, the adjutant invited the vicar known as Max to become one of the leaders
He made
of the
it.
Order of Scientific Inquiry.
The priest.
Max eventually rose to the top, becoming the presiding bishop of the OSI. He denounced his spiritual meanderings as a misguided attempt to come to terms with his long-dead parents. His only regret was that they had not lived long enough to see that he was right all along. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked
Feels good,
Parvati
man.
if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat
Wingman.
awkwardly, agreed. As the board began to roll out their lifetime employment program, Parvati was increasingly plagued by dreams of freezing to death, and rarely left their shared quarters. Stymied by dwindling resources, Junlei struggled to keep the Groundbreaker afloat. Their relationship couldn't survive the strain. Parvati moved into crew
Never
quarters
mind.
and found work servicing water pumps in hydroponics. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Though Minister Clark was eventually released from house arrest,
I never met this guy,
long
this one.
years of isolation left him a changed man, little suited for bureaucratic work or for the colony that was changing around him.
Oh, in the other
remained in
ending,
his
he
estate
actually became a
largely
really
by
good guy,
choice,
and he did
fading
a lot of
from
good
public
things.
view.
In this one, he just
Adjutant Sophia Akande
wasted
was
away.
instrumental in executing the lifetime employment program. Following the death of Chairman Rockwell, Sophia Akande served as the loyal adjutant to her former freelancer, now the most powerful person in Halcyon. With Halcyon's workers suspended in a state of hibernation, starvation and chaos are problems of the past. The lifetime employment program succeeded in its goals, but that success came at a price. The Halcyon of today is nothing at all like the colony of yesteryear. Power remains concentrated in Byzantium, but all the colony's resources serve the lifestyle of the elite, thereby transforming Halcyon into one of the smallest and most exclusive colonies in the system. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. With Sophia Akande as your adjutant, you returned in triumph to Byzantium. All of Halcyon was yours. In time, you demonstrated a talent for leadership that far surpassed your predecessor, Chairman Rockwell. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years to follow and helped ensure the colony's survival. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Victory! How many endings are there? I think there's only 2 endings that affect everything. And then there's like a bunch of small sub-stories and some bigger faction stories that also get affected by which ending you take. And you also get like a different ending screen based on what choice you take at the end of the good ending. There's like 4 of them. I chose like one where I wanted ice cream, so they gave me a panel where I had ice cream at the end. And pretty nice. Pretty nice. Thank you, Mugzani, for the 5 months. Well, I'm done with this game until DLC or expansion pack or otherwise. I'd say this game is a solid 8 out of 10. Very solid 8. It's lacking in combat, lacking in enemy variety, lack of proper boss fights, lack of any meaningful mob to fight after you get a little bit of power. Greedfall was not a 7, dude. Greedfall is a fucking 5. Can you imagine people calling Greedfall an 8 or a 9? Like, what is this if Greedfall is a 9? Unbelievable. Did they even play the same game I did? More story centered? It's not, sir. Both are very story heavy. In fact, Greedfall and this is pretty much the exact same genre. Both are RPGs. Well, it's not just that. What are these RPGs called? It's like another. Is it immersive RPGs or something? Something like that. It's like this exact genre of walking around with a bunch of companions solving quests here and there, with a lot of different options to take. Like Dragon Age and even like older games. Pillars of Eternity and Baldur's Gate and all these kind of games. This versus Fallout. I preferred the combat in Fallout. It also had a lot more variety when it came to killing things. But this game obviously excels in writing. My goodness, the writing is so good. It's been a while since I got interested in side quests and side characters and everything. Yeah, they just had so much options for every single choice you could do. Like, everything is voice acted, everything is has a consequence. Characters actually make sense when you talk to them, somewhat within their own rights. Yeah, I actually talked the final boss into killing himself. Ah, shit, man. If this is gonna set a new standard for RPGs, then we're going good. Hopefully they're gonna get a bigger budget, maybe some more staff for the next game. That might just be one of the best RPGs that will come out if they improve on this. I don't know what he was gonna do though, if he fought me. Because I think I would have just headshot him in bullet time and the fight would have been over anyway. But it took me 2 of those dialogue options to make him kill himself. Like 200 points ones too. Like 100 intimidation and 100 points in lying. So it was quite hard to get him to kill himself. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be some big robot too. With 20k HP. It's a fucking shame that this genre is becoming smaller and smaller over time. Oh, I fucking love these games, man. Second run is done. I'm done with the game. I've done almost everything there is to do. Maybe like 20% of side content that I didn't touch. The next 2 big games of this genre is Cyberpunk and The Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, and Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 will also be. It's loosely in the same genre. Like for the most part, you do the same things, but it's top down and you micromanage your characters much more. And you probably how do you call it? Yeah, you grow them yourself too, the characters. Here it was very the companions, they were kind of lackluster in growth. Like you couldn't select their stats or anything like that. Only some preset perks, and each character only had like 3 unique perks. Some of them even only had 2. Is it worth the price? Easily. Easily worth the price. Endo. Alright. Hopefully I got people to play Dota with. Iceborne's coming out on January. And there's also Red Dead Redemption coming out in 1 week? About 1 week. Ugh. What rank is he? Fuck, my rank is going up like crazy while playing. I'm not gonna watch BlizzCon, man. Fast game. The hell is this? Rank 50?
Your turn to ban.
122, 368, 100,
5
160,
seconds
42, 24. What the fuck? No wonder we got a quick game. These guys have been in queue forever. We're ranked 500 plus.
It's your turn to pick.
What am I even playing? Support.
Seconds remaining.
I don't even know what to play anymore.
5 seconds remaining. Your turn to pick. Your turn to pick. Your turn to pick. Who is that high lord? Who'd kill a million of us? Alright. And as the bell tolls, is there no remission for us? Wake up, get out there. There's more to life than the way. If you live, you cannot stay. Why does nobody want you? Your turn to pick.
Looks like a fucking loss. Thank you, Eden 182 for the 5 months.
Bounty Hunter. Trust you guys.
No epic fail today, my friends. Tis brilliantly clear that
It's a minus 15 game, I think. Minus 15 plus 35, whichever. The whole balance in MMR.
Is that a broken twig I spy? I am Scissor blade. Over there. Line and sinker. Footprints. This way. On the hunt. My blades grow thirsty.
Thirty seconds to battle.
Death Stranding is coming out in a few days. I didn't know it was that soon.
I'll find them. Five enemies, 5 bounties. A lead. No job is too big. No fee is too big. Repositioning. First blood.
Holy shit, dude.
First blood.
The fucking spell is insane.
My blades will do the talking.
Alright. Time to get into the game.
Enemies, 5 bounties. Yes. I'll find them. Footprints. On the move. Stalking. Is that a broken twig I spy?
This thing sucks ass.
This way. Deny. Over there.
It's actually insane that that hits.
Go pre-run. My blades will do
Insane.
on the hunt. A lead. Eat them crow. I follow the trail. I'll find them. My repositioning. Footprints. Stalking. That didn't pay off.
For Smith, they can easily kill me.
I follow the trail. Is that a broken twig I spy? My blades grow thirsty. You're through. Fade my blade. Yes. Transaction complete. 5 enemies, 5 bounties. I'll find them. I'll find them.
Nothing to do.
Over there. Repositioning. My blades will do the talking. Unseen. With pleasure. On the move. Feet ear. On the hunt. This way. A lead. My blades will do the talking. On the hunt. A lead.
How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimps are pretty rich.
Is that a broken twig I spy?
Catch up.
Stalking. On the move. Five enemies, 5 bounties. Footprints.
Huh.
My blades will
Huh. I actually didn't think that would become a kill, but it did.
This way. I'll find them.
Gonna walk up, I guess. Slight chance he might come here. Nope, he walked up into the down.
Find them.
Your middle tower is burning.
Repositioning. I follow the trail. Over there.
Up looks like a disaster.
Your top tower is burning. Dire structures are fortified. Your top
Looks like there's
tower
internal
is on
issues.
fire.
This way. My blades will do the talking. I'll find them. Eat them crow. Killing is free from sight. My blades grow thirsty. Repositioning. Stalking. You can't fight what you can't see. On the hunt. A lead. Is that a broken twig I spy? Blending in. Whoa. 5 enemies, 5 bounties. the trail. Feed my blade.
I need
Found you.
one more hit.
Your middle tower is under attack. Where do you keep the gasoline?
On the move.
Your middle tower is on fire.
Yes. This way. Payday. I'll find them.
Does he send it there?
In service.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Screw business. It just got personal. Repositioning.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
A lead.
Your bottom tower is on fire.
I'll find them. On the move. My blades will do the talking. You won't get far. It's not time yet. Unseen. Footprints. See you soon. Watch your head.
No sorceries avail.
Attack!
Stop! Take me!
Slice is nice.
Man.
Over there. Five enemies, 5 bounties. My blades grow thirsty.
Your middle tower is burning.
Go
No sorceries avail.
Is that a broken twig I spy?
Invisibility.
Your top tower is under attack.
I spy. Stalking.
Your top tower is under attack.
My blades grow. I fade from sight.
Radiant structures are fortified.
The tables turn.
That cuts no ice with me.
No. Not bad.
Your middle tower is on fire.
Lost them. You can't fight what you can't see. Over there.
Your top tower is under attack.
My blades will do the talking.
Dire structures are fortified.
Footprints.
The enemy's bottom tower burned to the ground.
On the hunt. Feet ear.
Dire structures are fortified. Your top tower is on fire.
I'll find them.
Your middle tower has been denied.
A A lead.
That'll make us smaller.
This way. I'll find them.
Your top tower is burning.
Repositioning. I come to collect. I follow the trail.
Purify.
5 enemies, 5 bounties. Yes. On the move. On the move. You can't fight what you can't see. My blades grow thirsty. 5 enemies, 5 bounties. Yes. My blades will do the talking. Vengeance, justice. I follow the trail. Over there. This way. Watch your head. I'll find them. A lead.
Mine crashed. No biggie, it was only in the middle of a team fight. I'm sure it was fine.
It was just business.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
5 enemies, 5 bounties.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
This way.
Your bottom tower is on fire.
Unseen. Stalking. Over there. I'll find them. My blades will do the talking.
There's nothing to do in this game with triple farming course.
Yes. I follow the trail. Is that a broken twig I spy? Repositioning. On the move. I fade from sight.
The all-knowing one.
My blades grow thirsty. Dominating. A lead. Fade my blade. That slice is Dominating. Yes.
This camp is blocked.
Dire structures are fortified.
I'll
Your
find
middle
them.
tower is burning. Your middle tower is under
Repositioning.
attack. Your middle tower is toast.
I follow the trail. Blending in.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. My blades will do the talking. Over there.
Your top tower is burning.
This way. My blades grow thirsty.
Any bottom bounties.
A lead. Balance this broken twig I spy. Mega kill. On the move. I fade from sight.
Your top tower is on fire. Your top tower is under attack.
Footprints.
Your top tower is under attack.
Stalking. I am enjoying
Your
this.
top tower is falling. You can light the fire later.
I'll find them. Five enemies, 5 bounties. On the hunt. A lead. Stalking.
Your bottom tower is burning. Your bottom tower's gone down in flames.
Repositioning. Over there. On the hunt.
Thank you, Box Pulse, for the prime.
I follow the trail. My blades will do the talking. Is that a broken twig? Evade my blade. Five enemies, 5 bounties.
I should have let him walk up.
My blades grow thirsty.
Roshan has fallen to the radiant.
I've come to collect. I'll find them. Unstoppable. You can't fight what you can't see. You can run, but you can't hide.
Catch it. It's not it.
Dead or alive. Unstoppable.
That's mighty sad.
No sorceries on the rocks.
No pun today, sir. Just so thankful for all the entertainment, the laughs, and the good
Thank you,
times.
Shrinebind
watching your
235
stream.
for the
Stay
$5
safe, man.
seats. Oh, I got the Kunka. It was okay then, I guess.
This way. On the move. You're through.
Armor have omniscience. My purpose fulfilled. Utterly sick.
I'll find them.
Had a sailing, my word of conflict. One goes what keeps me going. Take back what I lost to the bosses of greed and fear. Yeah.
Finders,
Don't ask if I'm ready, but I'm ready.
Yes.
Take them down now. The time for a new start is constantly drawing.
Your bottom tower is on fire.
The trail is clearer. On the hunt.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Stalking. Let me introduce you to my blade.
Radiant structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is burning.
Slaughterly sick. Is that a broken tree?
Your bottom tower is under attack.
No sorceries avail.
Gotcha.
Your bottom tower is on fire.
My fees have
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Blood calls to blood.
What's your head? My blades will do the talking. Five enemies, 5 bounties. Footprints.
Trust you guys.
I follow the trail. I'll find them. Repositioning.